In September of 2011, I was contacted by a 14-year-old high school student by the name of Megan Cologne. She was a fan of Ridin Steel, and she asked me if I ever thought of doing something for kids that are bullied in school. She went on to share her story with me, and I in turn shared it with my friends on Facebook. Soon, parents and other teens were commenting and expressing the difficulties they were experiencing, and within days we started Bikers Against Bullying. In its first year, BAB has visited 5 schools and 2 summer rec programs. Bullying is a real problem, and children are experiencing slander, verbal and physical abuse, and some have even attempted to take their lives. And now that spring is upon us, schools are inviting the Bikers Against Bullying to bring this very unique program to their students. This in turn brings us to 1710 Bowling in Augusta, Maine, where a fundraiser was held called Strike Out Bullying. This fundraiser takes place to raise money needed to purchase the shirts or bracelets that we like to hand out to the kids when we pay them a visit. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Hi, it's Betty Reynolds from Big Moose Harley here. Just reminding you about our May 9th Be Inspired and Take a Stand Against Bullying event. Bullying is an epidemic and we're taking a stand, and we hope that you'll join us from 5 to 9 on Thursday out at the Portland Elks Club. We've got Jillian Jensen from the X Factor, Shannon Seelig from Maine, Jim Mayer, Nancy Soberklite, all kinds of food from Famous Dave's, Pat's Pizza, Molly's Cupcakes, and we're raising money to help schools take a stand against bullying, and we hope that you'll join us. Please join us on May 9th, a Thursday night from 5 to 9 at the Portland Elks Club.
All right, hey, this is Steve Marois. Welcome back to Ridin Steel. I'm here at 1710 Bowling in Augusta, Maine with Sherry Burgoyne. Today is our Strikeout Bullying fundraising benefit. And up on stage is the Bayo twins. Sherry, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing fabulous, Steve. How about you?
I'm doing great. Today is all about raising money to support our Bikers Against Bullying initiative that we started a year ago or so. And that's right, and we've been invited to dozens of schools since. And we have a very busy agenda ahead of us this year. So we're trying to raise some money so that we can buy some shirts to deliver to the children at the schools and rec centers that we've been invited to. So what's it looking like for us, Sherry? Share with the folks just how many different places have contacted you so far.
Well, since we began our program, Steve, we've been to 5 schools, 3 recreation departments, and we have a waiting list a mile long all over the state. We've also been contacted by people out of state looking to start their own Bikers Against Bullying programs.
That's very promising. What this is all about, folks, is trying to bring awareness to the children in school that it's time to bring back civility and respect to each other. There is no stereotype for a bully. It's about behavior. It's about how people treat each other out there. And we're just trying to let the kids know who are being bullied that we understand and that we're here for them, right?
Absolutely, we're here from them. You know, and it starts at home. People need to be taught the golden rule and to treat others the way that they want to be treated.
That's right, that's right. So throughout today's program, Sherry's going to be interviewing some people that are here to support this. Hopefully we'll get Kristen and Catherine. They got their helmets on so they don't get hit with bowling balls, you know, so that's pretty funny. And they're able to sing through it. So they've been so supportive of us. I love those girls. And they're absolutely beautiful. And they, too, have been victims of bullying, severe bullying at that. And so now their mission in life is to do what they can to bring an end to it. And boy, I'll tell you, the girls are going places. I'm very proud of them. We also have No Guts, No Glory stepping up to help us out today. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back, and Sherry will have her first interview for you.
Hi there, this is Sherry, and I am speaking with some of the ladies on our Team Windsor bowling team. Kim St. Ange, you are the behavior specialist at the Windsor Elementary School, correct?
That is correct.
Now I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the ladies on our team.
Helen Williams, junior high.
Deborah Demas, first grade.
Angela Moody. My husband works at Windsor, but I don't.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Now, bullying is a really huge topic, as you know. Bikers Against Bullying has been going on. We're our second year now, and we've been approached by several other schools in the district to do a ride-in. Now, I'm going to talk to Mrs. St. Ange here, or may I call you Kim?
Absolutely.
Now, tell me, how long have you been at the Windsor School?
I've been at Windsor for a year and a half, and I've been a behavior lab specialist as well as a 7th grade science teacher.
Very cool. So how long have you been teaching altogether?
I've been teaching for 10 years now. I worked in Bath before.
You worked at the Bath schools and then you transferred up to Windsor?
That is correct.
So in your 10 years of teaching, tell me about the bullying issues.
Bullying has been a big part of my teaching experience. I've always worked with grades K through 8. And even though bullying can look very different across the age levels, it still exists, and even people think that younger kids don't bully each other, but they're actually a little bit more discreet and sneaky about it than some of our older kids. Younger kids are still learning, and we really focus a lot on prevention at those earlier ages because they don't understand how their actions affect other kiddos. So we really hope that through teaching in the schools, we can catch them early and so that the bullying isn't as much of an issue when they get older.
So it varies with age to age anyway, and it's got to depend on the home life situation.
Absolutely. One of the biggest contributors to, kiddos who want to make a difference and all of that is parents who are able to communicate with their kids, have open and honest conversations about what they're experiencing at school and in the community.
And being a small community, do you find that people tend to work together a little bit more closely?
Definitely. Kids, students, parents, staff members. I mean, we get together for events like this, the Ridin. We also had a no name calling week where all the staff in their classrooms made different poems or bulletin boards to promote anti-bullying and positive experiences in school.
So let's talk about the Ridin. The Windsor Elementary School is actually Bikers Against Bullying's very first school that we rode in.
Yeah, the amount of energy as the bikers came in and the message that they sent to all those kids that all of these people and all of the community is for anti-bullying, and it was almost, you got goosebumps in your arms as the bikers came in and the kids were cheering. And even after the fact, the kids talked about it for weeks. They thought that was just absolutely an amazing experience. And it's really been helpful in our promotions for anti-bullying throughout the rest of the year and into this year is that kids, you remember all those people that came in and were supporting us and all of that, and it bounces from one presentation and one theme to another. It was incredibly memorable, and thank you.
Well, I certainly want to thank you. I do have one more question for you, if you don't mind, Kim, is what advice do you have for parents out there who either have children that are being targeted or are exhibiting the bullying behavior?
I think the biggest piece of advice I have is making sure that you're keeping those lines of communication open with your kiddos, asking them every day, how was your day at school? Who'd you hang out with? How did it go? And if they have concerns, making sure that you're your kid's biggest advocate and doing what you can to give them the strategies they need to stick up for themselves, or reaching out to a trusted adult and getting some help.
Well, that's certainly wonderful advice, and I thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you, Team Windsor, and I look forward to seeing you more today.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
So I'm sitting here with Don Kaloum. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Sherry.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
So let's talk about why we're here, parent to parent. Megan, sweet, darling little girl. I love her to pieces.
She is, yes.
So tell me a little bit about Megan.
She's a great little girl. She's into hockey a lot. She loves hockey, motorcycles, of course. She loves doing these fundraisers and getting to meet people. She's very concerned about people. She loves people. She loves animals. She hates to see anyone or anything get hurt. She's a very caring person, and she just likes to help people.
Which is why we're here, because Megan contacted Steve for the Bikers Against Bullying. You know, she's actually one of the founders. Megan contacted Steve, my son contacted me, and as a daycare provider, I've heard of other stories of the children being bullied on the bus or at school. So as a community effort, we stepped up and we started Bikers Against Bullying.
Yes. Megan spoke to me about that because I started out by riding bikes with Steve for doing fundraisers, and she asked me about it because she mentioned things about getting bullied, and I thought it'd be a great idea, and so she talked with Steve, and Steve spoke with me, and that's how we got where we are right now.
Isn't it funny? It truly does take a community.
It does.
So let's talk about bullying in school these days. I know when I was a kid, and probably you as well, we didn't have cell phones.
No, I didn't either. No. It was all different.
We didn't have computers.
Nope.
I had to get up and change a channel on the TV.
Yeah, I did too.
So nowadays, it's all tech. It's all internet. It's all cyberbullying. A lot of this stuff goes on, and it's almost like they're doing it behind closed doors.
Yes, I think there's a lot of texting on the cell phones, threats, and it's hard to control it, and so you just hope they will come to you or someone and let you know what's going on before anything bad happens.
Well, that's wonderful, and it's really great that you're here supporting her, supporting us, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Yep, thank you. It was good to talk to you, too.
Kristen is here, and Catherine's here, and I can tell the difference from them now. You know, at first I couldn't do that. But girls, you know, you step up every time with us and help us out, and I am very grateful for that. But I wanted to talk to you girls more about, you know, your experiences with bullying. Go ahead, Kristen.
Well, it started in really early elementary school, actually. As you can hear, I have a really bad speech impediment. It's stuttering. And ever since I've been a child, I've been made fun of for that. Like, people would mock me. And it escalated into middle school where people would shove me around. And they started, and I kind of went down into a spiral of crisis, like with self-harm and stuff like that. And I was also made fun of for that. It got to the point where in high school, I was tripped down the stairs, I was beaten up, and I was like choked until I passed out. So just stuff like that. And I finally got out of that situation and got help, and I am now restarting my life.
And what about you, Catherine? You know, what was your experience with bullying?
What happened with me is I also had a stuttering issue, but not as bad as her, and I got made fun of for that. And also, people were seeing what was going on with her, so they'd say, "Oh, your sister is crazy. You must be also crazy," and it was awful.
So this started like in elementary school?
Yeah, early elementary school, like kindergarten, because I talk differently than most people.
I think they're all done, so it was nice talking to you, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Are you going to perform some more?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go perform.
All right, thank you.
I see life as an hourglass, slowly ticking by. Your heart is the one to ask. If you're wondering why he doesn't talk to you, what you gonna do? You're not gonna steal him away. You have everything and more that you ever wanted. Don't you see the score? I'm always haunted by the looks he gives at your pretty face. We all know that you've changed. So please just let me have this one thing I can keep. You were always trying to steal things away from me. He's always been the one that's on my mind. So can you just be a good friend?
This is such a great day, a great cause. It really is. I was talking with the Bayo twins earlier about bullying and just how devastating it is to be on the receiving end of such cruel treatment. Really, that's the bottom line. It's cruel treatment day after day, year after year. They went through this stuff to the point where their self-worth had diminished to almost nothing. And we got to stop this. We have to bring our message into the schools. We have to do whatever we can. That's why Ridin Steel is committed to helping schools help kids. That's what we're trying to do.
Right. Can I just add a little something? I got a phone call I haven't even told you about yet. I got a phone call on Thursday from a woman who got my phone number off the website, and she was calling from Columbus, Indiana, and she was Googling about bullying and how to get a program together. So she found our website. We came up first on the Googles, and then the Bikers Against Bullying. So she was calling me and asking me about it, and I said, from Indiana, wow. She says, yeah. She goes, we really need something here. And I said, well, how are you connected? And she said she had just lost her daughter, 16 years old, in December from suicide. I was thankful that she got in touch with us, that we were not going to leave her, that we would do whatever we could to help support her, someone to talk to, try to give her some ideas on how to start a Bikers Against Bullying thing. And then I in turn talked to Sherry, and Sherry's going to get in touch with her. So it's all over, folks. It's all over. But they're finding us.
Now, the only suggestion I have is take action. That's what we did. All we did was go on Facebook and share a message, and the next thing you know, all these people were communicating with us and sharing their own personal experiences of watching their children go through this stuff.
Well, that's what it is right there. The community is pulling together as one. I've always been a true believer that it takes a village to raise a child. So our village is pulling together.
Our village consists of motorcycles gathering in circles like the old wagon train days. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Well, that's it right there. And the more people are talking about us, the more people are getting involved. They're bringing their children. You look around, all you see is children and families here, and that's what it's all about. It takes several families to get together to raise these children. And when you get a group together, there's power in numbers.
That's right.
Sherry, I was noticing some other people bowling. It was an adult. She had a Bikers Against Bullying shirt, but up in the top here it said Team Windsor. So is this the community of Windsor that is now, they're like a team against bullying? Is that what that is?
Those are my teachers from the Windsor Elementary School.
That was the very first school that we went into, by the way.
That was the very first school we went into, and they were our very first team last year for the Bikers Against Bullying Bowlathon.
Right, and I got to tell you, that was our very first experience with doing a ride into a school. And those kids were outside cheering us on, all wearing the Bikers Against Bullying shirts as Sherry dropped off the day before. There was 300 plus of them outside, and they were screaming and yelling so much that we could hear them over our bikes.
So I guess I'm wondering, what do you see as results of that?
Well, I interviewed the Team Windsor this morning, and they are still talking about it. They've noticed a change in the schools. I mean, in their school especially, they've noticed a change in the students. They have an ongoing anti-bullying program that they use as part of their curriculum. And she says, we still see the shirts.
That's awesome, right? So as this day continues, as this show continues, Sherry and Wendy here are going to go around, and they're going to talk with some more people about why they believe in this and why they feel they need to support what we're doing here. All right, folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry Haynes. I'm here to represent the American Legion Riders of Chapter 21, Post 21 Bath. We have a poker run coming up May 19th. It's going to start right here at Washington Street, Bath, at the Cabin Restaurant. All the proceeds are going to help our Maine veterans right here in Maine. And again, hope you come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Great ride. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Wendy, and I'm here with Brent Creasy at 1710 Bowling Lanes for Bikers Against Bullying. Brent, I grabbed you. You just got done bowling, by the way, and I just saw your daughter. Is that your daughter?
That is my daughter that just kicked my butt in bowling, yeah.
By 1 point, but she did it. Very good.
Yeah, you can't be good at everything, I guess.
Brent, you do the Bully Buster program, and that's done in conjunction with the Bikers Against Bullying. You accompany Sherry into the schools and do a Bully Buster program. Can you tell me a little bit about what I would expect to see when I would go into the school and watch you do your thing?
All right, what we do is a shorter version of the Bully Buster program. We've been doing that at the Augusta Dojo for about 10 years. And Sherry and I and Steve got together a couple of years ago and thought if we could combine this with bikers into the school, we'd get the kids' attention. And that's half of the battle is making them listen. So we go into the schools, we ride in with as many bikes as we can. When the kids are outside, like at Windsor Elementary, it's awesome. 200 kids, slamming 5, wonderful. When we get in there, what we do is we introduce the show Ride and Steel. We talk a little bit about motorcycle enthusiasts. Then I come on as the Bully Buster. And I give the kids maybe 5 or 6 quick tips of how to deal with bullying. Quick little helpful hints. I also let them know how many of us in the biker community and in the martial arts were bullied as kids too. And they sometimes don't realize that they're not alone. And just that, you can see the connection light up in the kids' faces. We do a lot of with the children, and I do this at all the dojos and schools around the state. Nonviolent conflict resolution. Simple tips like agree with the bully. It's very, very hard to have an argument with somebody who won't disagree with you. You just go along with the other saying.
Yeah.
Make the jokes about yourself. Put your pride aside to get out of the situation. And if he makes, I'm short, yeah, I can get other things easy. All right, my nose is big, I smell really good, I can smell things far away. Okay. So if you make humor out of it, tips like that the kids might not think of on their own.
And how about for the bullier? We pay a lot of attention to the victim, well, as it should, but what about the bullier?
The bullier is usually part of a cycle, meaning that they in their life have experienced sexual or physical violence before. And a lot of it has to do with self-esteem. So what we do with the Bikers Against Bullying, we don't differentiate. Every one of those kids is going to get a Ride and Steel Bikers Against Bullying t-shirt, and they're going to be members of our team. And so a lot of times I have a tough man contest too, I do. With a piece of paper, I'll ask, who's the toughest bully kids in this school? And all the other little kids will point at them.
Right.
I'll get them up on stage with me, and I'll make them part of the show. I'll have them work with me, and hopefully by the end of it, maybe they feel a little better about themselves, and maybe they have a better insight into what and how they're affecting other kids.
Right.
So one kid at a time is the only way we can do it.
I really sometimes don't think that they understand the impact of what they're doing when they're picking on the fat kid or the one.
I didn't when I was a kid. You're a kid.
Yeah.
You don't think that 2 seconds ahead of what you're doing or consequence. So this does make it aware. We have kids like Megan and some of our other Bully Buster kids that are telling their stories. Even the Veo twins have done a lot with that. And I think that helps the kids to relate to other kids and to realize maybe I didn't know I had that much of an effect on that person.
Right.
So definitely, I think that all comes together to help.
Well, great. Thank you.
So I'm standing here with Father Jack. How are you today?
I'm great, Sherry. It's good to be here again.
Well, it's great to see you. Now, this is our second annual Bikers Against Bullying Strikeout Bullying Bowlathon.
Right. It's always good to see such action, and I'm happy to participate again.
Well, we enjoyed having you last year. And what inspired you to come up and just do our opening prayer?
Well, first of all, you asked. Second is I'm not just going to think about it. I want to do something. Because bullying really is a problem. I was speaking with a young girl within the past 18 months, and she was having such a hard time in high school being bullied. She actually left that school and moved to California to be in a safer environment. It's a scary prospect, and we need to see some change and better hearts and better attitudes.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and you're going to be doing an opening prayer for us. Yep. And what else are you doing for us?
Well, I brought my flute along, and maybe we'll do Amazing Grace if the band knows it. Every rock and roll band knows Amazing Grace, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, that should be priority for them, right?
I think it should be.
I think it should
You
be,
bet.
too. Thank you so much.
I am back here at the 1710 Bowling Alley with Bikers Against Bullying, and it also happens to be St. Patty's Day, and I know that because I just ran into this leprechaun.
Do I really look like a leprechaun to you?
I don't know. Can you get a full shot of this? I don't know. I don't really know what you look like, to be honest with you. But,
well, Judy told me earlier I look like a Irish axe murderer.
Irish axe murderer.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. Actually, if I didn't know who you were, Sean O'Connor, very Irish, I might be a little apprehensive about you. And I think that's a little fitting with Bikers Against Bullying.
That's right. Awesome cause today.
It is an awesome cause, and I'm wondering what your thoughts are about Bikers Against Bullying, and is that why you're here?
I'm here because of the cause. I think it's a great cause. Everybody's working hard on it. We got to hear the Veo twins, and now we're hearing No Guts, No Glory. and everybody's enjoying themselves, and that's what it's all about. And the kids come down, and they're seeing that we really do care about what's going on in the schools today. Yeah, we look for the gold at the rainbow.
At the end of the rainbow.
And that's what the kids today are doing.
Oh.
Looking for the gold at the rainbow.
Very nice tie-in, Mr. Leprechaun.
This is Sherry. I'm standing here with Mark and Rick, and they are band members to the group No Guts, No Glory today. How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Today, as you know, this event is for anti-bullying and bringing our bullying program to the schools. So we're trying to raise money, and your band, No Guts, No Glory, is donating their services today.
Absolutely. It's a great cause, and anytime we get an opportunity to help out, and by doing something that we love, then why not? So, yeah, we're happy to be here, happy to be doing it.
So tell me, Mark, have you had any experiences in your life with bullying?
Absolutely. I'm a smaller guy, so when I was young, I was a very small child, and I was younger than a lot of the other kids in my grade, so I got picked on a lot as a child. I made bigger friends, and, started just, trying to be the funny guy and getting into music, and after that, people left me alone, but sure, when I was younger, I had my share of it, yeah. So I know it's a terrible thing.
It really is. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Well, thank you so much for helping us. I'm going to come over here and talk to Ricky. Hi, Rick. How you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
So let's talk bullying.
Yes. Well, of course, I'm a smaller guy, so of course we've all been at the other end. I've hung out with older kids, and of course when all of a sudden they're bored, they look at you. So even when my daughter was in school, the peer pressure, just the bullying of what they make you isn't always physical, or just the mental abuse and the pressure of everything. It's pretty amazing, what kids have to go through nowadays, especially with all the technology and the texting and what you don't have and what people do have. They pick on you because of what you don't wear, if you're not in the current styles. It's pretty amazing.
It is. It's very sad. So today you're donating your services.
Yes, we are. It's a good cause. We supported Ridin Steel for many things. I believe in what Steve does, and I believe in what you guys do with this. So this is an offshoot, which this is a great thing. I want to give kudos to you guys for doing this. It's a great benefit. So
thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for talking to me.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
All right, we're back here at 1710, and we're wrapping up the day. It was a great day today. The Bikers Against Bullying Strikeout Bullying Bowlathon of 1710 Bowling. Thank you guys so much for hosting this event for us. This is our second annual event that we've held here. As you can see, we had a good turnout. We still have some good support out there, and we're trying to do our best to help kids in schools and stuff with the bullying issue. So how did you feel today went, Leanne?
I think today went great. The outpouring of support from everybody was just incredible. It really was. There was a lot of work put into it by everyone, and it was just nice to see everybody show up, and then the kids too.
So Mike, was it worth it?
Absolutely. To get the support from all the people that donate and raise money for such a worthy cause for Bikers Against Bullying is just an awesome. I can't wait to do it again next year.
All right, Ron, step up here. Will you come here? Ron has been our initial contact that we established, right? And being an F&I guy, fire and iron guy, he took on to the bullying thing right from the onset. And
not only that, Steve, he has been taking a lot of Sherry, whether it be Facebook or by the phone. Ron has been my right-hand man. I've got to give Ron kudos for that.
Absolutely, and that's not easy to deal with, Ron. So how you doing, buddy?
I'm surviving. I'll find out in the morning how much I did survive. But I just want to thank Mike and Leanne for basically shutting the place down today for this Bowlathon. Great cause, great people, and great outcome.
And before we cut away, they want to announce just how much money was raised today. That was how much, Mike?
We raised $3,360.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. In these days and times to raise that kind of money on a Sunday.
Absolutely.
Think about it, folks. People are going out on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and they still had a little bit left for us, and that's awesome. And so thank you guys so much.
Thank you for watching Ridin Steel.